My name is Jenna Dunn. I'm from a very small town in central Pennsylvania, and this is my first year as a licensed teacher. I learned about the Teach Fellowship through my mother. She was taking grad courses to be certified in education, and this email about AICEE came into her inbox. So she just forwarded it along to me. She was studying to be a teacher the same time that I was studying to be a teacher. I was in student teaching at the time, looking for somewhere abroad to teach English. So when I looked at this opportunity and I saw, hey, I get to teach in Taiwan, never been there. I get to use my Mandarin, what a treat. And I get to teach alongside co-teachers. That was also something that intrigued me because I felt like I could always keep learning. I think as a teacher, it's a rare opportunity to be able to continue your education sometimes. I would say that something that stands out to me about Taiwanese schools is the respect that they have for teachers. I'm not saying that the students are perfect angels. I have classes that are really noisy. I have kids that can be defiant, and middle schoolers are still middle schoolers. But when kids see me in the hall, they greet me. Before we start class, they greet me. When we finish class, they say goodbye, teacher, or thank you, Miss Dunn. The lunches here are amazing. Like, it feels like an all-you-can-eat buffet sometimes, but it's just really nutritious. You get like 5 options, but you can like go back for seconds. Highly recommend. And then another difference: nap time. Schools have nap time, and it's about 30 minutes after lunch is done. Highly recommend. You just get to chill. People put their heads on their desk. It's quiet time. If you can't sleep, sometimes I read. It's really good. I like to bike after school. There's this beautiful park that goes along the river all throughout Taipei, and so you can rent these e-bikes for fairly cheap and just skirt the edge, and that's how I get home from work whenever I want some exercise. So that's a hobby. I also sometimes like to play pickup volleyball at a local community center. I would say the biggest shock is probably the weather. I walked into my apartment that first day and thought, wow, this is sweltering. And there was an AC there and they weren't even turning it on. And that's really common. Like at my school, we don't turn on the AC till like 10 or 11, but I'm like sweating from the moment I walk in the door. So that's a difference, but I feel like I'm adapting slowly, but I will say that I have never sweat so much in my life as I have here. So that's a difference. AICEE has been a pretty strong support system for me, transitioning to Taiwan, from answering many emails before I came, to picking me up at the airport, to dealing with visa issues, to arranging times where we can meet as a cohort and as a team. It has been a strong support system. I have enjoyed bouncing ideas off of colleagues at our meetings. I have enjoyed just getting to be in fellowship with other people who are going through the same things. Looking back, I think that there was also a time in 11th grade. I was after my junior year of English. Mrs. Troxel, she taught the class in a way where I felt like I actually enjoyed writing. And that was one of the first times where I remember enjoying writing and actually feeling like I was writing something meaningful. And so writing something meaningful, and I also felt empowered just by the way she taught. And so I knew then that education would be a career that would be meaningful to me. So even though it sounded fun being able to just talk about what you like all day and use Promethean boards, I knew that it would be a meaningful career after Mrs. Troxel, if I could just give students perhaps a love of learning, or at least equip them with practical skills.